So for Christmas, I went to my mom's house, spent about 4 days over there. It was really nice. She has a lot of cats, and it just brings back memories of when I used to live there, which was 2 years ago now. The amount of peace that I experienced over there compared to now, and just compared to any other time in my life, nothing compares to it. Here you're seeing the cats that she has. So this one on screen is Loki. He's a kitten about 8 months old. Then there's Luna, who's the sister to Loki, and obviously she's the same age. She is super curious about life, super energetic, just hilarious, and just always all over the place. We got Hobbs, who is the oldest of all the cats, and this is the last one that I grew up with. So we got Hobbs when I was around 8 years old. He's 17 years old, so I've known him pretty much like my entire life almost. So I made sure to spend extra time with him because I just don't know if I'll be able to see him again after this trip, because he has diabetes as well. So he gets insulin. As I'm talking about him, I'm probably showing like old footage of him that I've gotten over the years, but he was one of 4 cats that I grew up with. Unfortunately, the other 3 passed away, and he's the last one. So I really wanted to make sure I spent time with him. We have Marmy, who is originally the neighbor's cat, but they kind of neglected him. So my mom took him in, and he's just lives a better life now because of it. So he's doing well, and he has a brother named Chase, who was also the neighbor's cat, and the same story pretty much. So my mom kind of took them both in. So yeah, there's a lot of cats in the household. As for this trip, I mean, I just kind of walked around in the snow. There's a lot of snow over there compared to New York, and just reminisced on my time here. I only spent like 7 months here, but those 7 months were fantastic, and I really want to come back to this neighborhood because I just associate it with just tranquility, happiness, and just it was just a great time for me. So and I want to get that back. My mom sent me a house that went on sale right across the street from where she lived. This was like some months ago at this point, and it ended up getting bought out. I could have bought it, but I just didn't think that I was ready to make a purchase yet. Not kind of financially, because I would have been able to handle it, but more so just like the responsibility aspect of it, because I still have a lot of personal goals to achieve, and also like career goals, obviously. And I want to put all my focus into that, and I don't necessarily want to have an obligation such as owning a property currently. And then on top of that, I don't think I'm ready to live. Like, as much as I want to live here, I don't think I'm ready to right now. I moved out from this place despite my admiration for it, because I felt like I needed to be independent, and I had the means to be able to support myself. So I moved back to New York, where I grew up, because that's just what I was familiar with. I know how to get around. I have all my friends there. So that's why I went back. And it is very expensive to live in New York, but like, if you can survive comfortably in New York, which I have the luxury of being able to do, then you can survive pretty much anywhere else, because it doesn't get any more expensive than New York. But pretty much, I don't want to live in that neighborhood that I used to live in, because I mean, I'm not ready to settle down. That's like a place where you settle down. There's literally nothing to do over there. There's nothing at all. Like, it's just wilderness, trees, forests, bears, and wildlife. Like, it's not the place where you live to be social and to meet people. Until I'm ready to settle down, I don't want to live in a place like that. And I've not been ready to settle down at all, not even close to it. The thing with me is I put so much effort into my channel and into my personal goals that I completely neglect being social and just meeting people at all. And so I just don't do it, because I always think of it as like a time investment. Everything to me is time investment. Like, what is this going to take out of my personal, or out of what I'm already doing in my life? How is it going to affect what I have going on? And so I've never really seen it as a worthwhile trade-off to make. Like, I'm going to spend time meeting people and going on dates or whatever it is to meet people. And I don't know, it's something that I've tried to work through, I guess. And especially right now, I mean, it is January 15th, 2025 that I'm recording this voiceover. At least the footage is from December, but this voiceover, in this current moment, I know that I'm not ready, because I have some things that I need to fix and that is my top priority at the moment. So I think sometime this year, maybe I'll be ready to, start meeting people again. But I don't want to say, I shouldn't say again, because I didn't really, I dabbled slightly, but I didn't really do too much in that aspect. But maybe, I don't know, maybe later this year we have to see how things are going. But what I found is that I have the proclivity to always say, I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. I need to become a better man first before I go out and start meeting people and with the intention of dating and then eventually settling down so that I can move back to a place like this, right? Because I always feel imperfect. But the thing is, I will always be imperfect. We can't necessarily strive to be perfect, but we can strive to be the best that we can possibly be. But it's almost like I'm chasing a perfect image where I just have all these things and then everything about me is just super on point. And until I reach this image that I have of myself, then I'm not worthy of being with somebody, like it's a flawed perspective, and I can acknowledge that. But I would say objectively right now, like I need to fix some things, and then we'll get back on track. And when we do, then I'll be more open to the idea. Anyway, so the point is, I want to live back here. I really want to move back here. I've told my mom I want to move back here. I would love to live in this specific neighborhood so I can be near her. But just any environment where it's super quiet like this is what I want long term. And this is where I kind of want to, do the things like have a family and all that. But that's like, I can't even fathom that right now, man. I still feel like a kid sometimes. So, but just thinking, you got to think ahead, man. I'm 25 years old, so sometimes you got to think about those things and what would you want. But I'm still very far off from those things.